News source crawler, November 29, 2023. The news from crypto, tech, politics, showbiz, sports, health and environment. Nikki Haley lands an endorsement from Koch-backed Americans for Prosperity PAC. Hunter Biden offers to testify publicly in House Republicans probe. Massa will leave politics after Milley takes office and will go to work for a fund in the United States. CIA's secret office has conducted UFO retrieval missions on at least 9 crash sites around the world, whistleblowers reveal. A sectarian tantric yoga network dismantled in France, as Swedish yoga guru, 71, is arrested and 26 women freed from deplorable conditions in France, after kidnap and rape probe into sect reminiscent of the mafia. Italy's updated criminal law says anime, hentai, and comics are child pornography. Tokyo Yakuza arrested over samurai sword, U.S. rifle at home. In Mexico, AMLO asks the Senate for permission for U.S. soldiers to enter Mexico armed to provide training. Irish Guard are reportedly investigating Conor McGregor for hate speech after riot tweets. Woman shot by own gun after sneaking it into MRI. Moldovan politician who collected aid for Russian troops is stripped of citizenship. West needs another Pearl Harbor to see reality of Russian threat, Lithuanian FM warns.
A comment in British newspaper The Telegraph says, American tanks are fighting Russia. It's time to see how they perform. 1 month ago, Russia said U.S. Abrams tanks will burn in Ukraine. Putin approves Russia's record military budget with 30% allotted to arms production. Quebec public sector unions announce new 7-day strike for 420,000 workers. In Australia, activists in kayaks blocked the world's largest coal port. In Portugal, Ministry reaches agreement with a union. Each doctor will have an increase of at least €400. James Cameron says Avatar 3 is in a very hectic 2 years of post-production right now. Plans to only shoot films in New Zealand. Paul Greengrass to direct T.J. Newman novel Drowning, The Rescue of Flight 1421 for Warner Brothers. Nikolai Coster-Waldau to play William the Conqueror in King and Conqueror TV series. Guy Fieri signs new $100 million multi-year deal with Food Network. In Spain, RTVE says goodbye to Cuéntame Como Paso, with a great special night. Indonesian festivals hit 24 hours with Gaspar, sets Netflix debut.
Nomura looks into extra $100 million wholesale banking cost cuts. Apple pulls plug on Goldman credit card partnership. In South Africa, thousands of jobs at risk as ArcelorMittal shuts Newcastle for reneging operations.
Young Thug's lyrics used against him as gang trial starts. Sean Diddy Combs steps aside as chairman of Revolt amid sexual assault lawsuits. Fox News founder Rupert Murdoch to be deposed in $2.7 billion Smartmatic election lawsuit.
Germany to legalize adult-use cannabis in 2024. In Australia, NSW drug law overhaul would allow 6 marijuana plants for personal use. In the UK, analysis reveals 1 in 600 teenagers now identify as trans, up 7-fold since 2000.
Spain demands Israel not to falsely accuse Sanchez again. Senior CIA official posted pro-Palestine image on her Facebook page. Erdogan tells UN chief Israel must be tried in international courts for Gaza crimes. The EU plans to save €13 billion in budget expenditures by 2027. In France, the prohibition of tobacco smoking will be extended to the beaches, parks and surroundings of public places. In Brazil, Alckmin says he is in favor of taxing online import purchases under $50.
Spain ready to sign a deal with Britain on post-Brexit Gibraltar status. In South Africa, China's R500 million load shedding. Cooling off the electricity grid support arrives. Delayed by war, Gaza's olive harvest is too little, too late, say farmers.
Putin accuses the West of trying to dismember and plunder Russia in a ranting speech. Iran says it secures deal for Sukhoi 35 fighter jet from Russia. Kyiv confirms poisoning of Intel chief Yudanov's wife.
Employees can be banned from wearing headscarf, top EU court rules. Swedish PM rebukes far-right leader, who said mosques should be flattened. Not all calls for jihad or violence, say Met police. Dozens killed in attack by armed groups in Burkina Faso, UN says. Man who pleaded guilty in incel-inspired Toronto murder, sentenced to life in prison. Microsoft's new Outlook client quietly moves the email to the cloud. Microsoft is locking down search for public code on GitHub. Unity software to cut 3.8% of staff in company reset. LAPD is using Israeli spy company to gather personal data, report says. Okta says hackers stole data for all customer support users. Kroger sued for sharing sensitive health data with Meta. Spike in premature births caused by COVID, halted by vaccines, claims a study. Stem cell-based treatment controls blood sugar in people with type 1 diabetes. Researchers discover new classes of RNA for learning and memory. Girls are less likely to be diagnosed with special educational needs, claims the research. Narcissistic individuals are more afraid of being without their phones. Study finds common hair styling products can release high levels of toxic chemicals, linked to infertility when used with straighteners or curling irons.
New Google geothermal electricity project could be a milestone for clean energy. Motorists' thirst for bigger cars is erasing emissions gains, says study. In Germany, nationwide semester ticket for €29.40 decided. AI threatens wages, not jobs so far, ECB paper fines. Amazon's answer to ChatGPT is a workplace assistant called Q. More than 100,000 car adverts on Facebook are scams, warns Santander. 38% of Europeans no longer eat 3 meals a day. UK's fuel poverty to grip over 20% of households, charity says. Bitcoin remains on track for $100,000 by the year end of 2024, speculated by Standard Chartered. Wuhan scientists admit unsafe conditions in lab, secret warnings about gain of function, says a report. Hundreds of exhausted nurses quit Swiss hospital jobs each month. Forever chemicals found in drinking water sources across England. Jeep recalls Wrangler 4Z for fire risk, asks owners not to charge battery. Teslas are the only EVs taking off in America, says Mazda CEO. UAE officially stops using dollar for oil trades.
Donald Trump says he never swore oath to support the Constitution. Biden attacks Trump, treating him as de facto Republican nominee. If Trump convicted, billionaire owner of Home Depot says he'd still likely fund campaign. In the UK, courts urged to consider fewer short jail terms. British inquiry finds serious failings at hospitals where a worker had sex with more than 100 corpses, as NHS failings enabled necrophiliac murderer to offend for 15 years, inquiry finds. Thousands of Albanians descend on streets of central London to celebrate Independence Day, with police confirming arrests have been made for shooting fireworks and throwing bottles.
UK accuses Greece of breaking Parthenon promise on PM's visit. Greece denies promising not to raise Parthenon sculptures on UK visit. Diplomatic dispute over Greek marbles as Rishi Sunak cancel meeting with Kyriakos Mitsotakis.
UK exports to Russia's ally Kyrgyzstan soar by 4,000%, raising concerns of sanctions breach. Finland will close its entire border with Russia over migrant concerns.
Nearly half of CD Projekt now working on The Witcher 4. South Korea-based NCSOFT and Sony Interactive Entertainment announced strategic partnership. Take-Two Interactive sued over use of virtual currency. Ghost of Tsushima 2 has a clear path ahead after the first game's ending. Dragon's Dogma 2 arrives March 22, 2024 on PS5. EA working on player-voiced characters in games, patent shows. Plastic waste in the water might be stopping, or interrupting, some shrimp-like creatures from reproducing. Deep-sea mining company sues Greenpeace, amid standoff at sea. Scientists publish 37 years record of ocean acidification, off Southern California. Farmers allege link between popular herbicide paraquat and Parkinson's disease. U.S. regulators are probing cell therapies linked to higher risk of cancer. United Nations set to call on Americans to stop eating meat in an effort to tackle climate change, despite only making up 1.4% of global emissions. FA Cup and Women's Super League lined up for sin bin trials after IFAB approve experiments. Nike, Alberto Salazar settle lawsuit with distance runner Mary Kane.
France busts a family drone ring, running drugs into several prisons. No single solution to stop student suicide, Hong Kong's John Lee says, but character building may help. Male tech conference founder is behind popular woman coding influencer account. Kodak's long-awaited new Super 8 film camera finally reaches production. NVIDIA has sold 500,000 H100 AI GPUs in Q3 thanks to Meta, Facebook. Lead times stretch up to 52 weeks, says a report. Google says bumpy Pixel 8 screens are nothing to worry about.
NASA authorizes Dragonfly mission to proceed with estimated 2028 launch readiness date. Firefly is set to launch A Lockheed Martin satellite antenna demonstration. Volcano in Japan spews ash, rock 200 meters into sky.
Disney executives talk quality over quantity. Plug Parks, say ESPN still eyeing 2025 DDC launch. Nestle says India and China are big focus for coffee growth. Charlie Munger, who helped Buffett build Berkshire, dies at 99.
Adam Sandler's Leo gets biggest animated film debut on Netflix. Squid Game, The Challenge takes over TV list. Nosferatu from Robert Eggers sets in holiday season of 2024 release. The Washington Post will pause its advertising on X.
U.S. weighing reprieve for automakers on electric vehicle tax credits. In the U.S., the Salton Sea has even more lithium than previously thought, new report finds. Electric vehicles and hybrids grow to a record high 18% of U.S. light-duty vehicle sales. PDD surges 18% after hit app Temu wrests shoppers from Shein. Uber strikes a deal with London drivers to put black cabs on app. Meta tells U.S. officials 2024 plan will look like past elections. China lifts trade blocks, challenged at WTO, against Lithuania. Chinese-style quantitative easing emerges as property fix option. In the UK, Whitehall could delay the Barclay family's bid to regain control of the Telegraph titles if the deal with their Abu Dhabi-based backers is agreed, reports say.
Philippines starts marketing its debut dollar Islamic bond. Moody's says $4 trillion of debt, exposed to environmental risks.
Adelson's to buy stake in NBA's Dallas Mavericks from Mark Cuban. McLaren Racing announces Monster Energy as an official partner of McLaren Formula One team. IndyCar still working on next broadcast deal, as NBC agreement enters final year.
Hamas willing to extend temporary ceasefire by additional 4 days, says report. Israel releases 30 Palestinian prisoners on 5th day of temporary ceasefire. Hamas invites Elon Musk to Gaza to witness massacres and destruction. French warship docks in Egypt could treat Gaza children this week, says minister.
Top grossing Android apps on Google Play US, November 28, 2023. Monopoly Go, 4.6 stars. Google One, 4.3 stars. Disney Plus, 4.4 stars. TikTok, 4.3 stars. Royal Match, 4.6 stars. TikTok Billboard Hot 100 TM week of December 2, 2023. Lovin' on Me, Jack Harlow, Cruel Summer, Taylor Swift, Paint the Town Red, Doja Cat, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey, Snooze, SZA.
IMDb Weekly Top Box Office US weekend of November 24, 26, 2023. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, total gross, $101 million. 2. Napoleon, total gross, $33 million. 3. Wish, total gross, $32 million. 4. Trolls Band Together, total gross, $65 million. 5. Thanksgiving, total gross, $24 million.
Netflix November 20th, November 26th, 2023. Weekly top 10 lists of the most watched TV and films in English. Leo, 61,700,000 hours viewed. Best Christmas ever, 22,300,000 hours viewed. The Killer, 17,500,000 hours viewed. See You on Venus, 11,300,000 hours viewed. Jules, 6,700,000 hours viewed. Apple App Store top paid games. iPhone November 28, 2023. Minecraft, American Farming, Five Nights at Freddy's, Monopoly, Heads Up. Apple App Store top free games. iPhone November 28, 2023. Black Clover M, Monopoly Go. Royal Match, Roblox, Cryptogram, Word Brain Puzzle. Apple App Store top paid apps. iPhone November 28, 2023. Shadowrocket, Hot Schedules, The Wonder Weeks, Procreate Pocket, Auto Sleep Track Sleep on Watch. Apple App Store top free apps. iPhone November 28, 2023. Temu, Shop Like a Billionaire, Dick's Sporting Goods, Max, Stream HBO, TV, and movies. Shop all your favorite brands. TikTok Billboard Top 50 week of November 25, 2023. My Love Mine All Mine. Mitski, Mr. Take Yabi TCH. Lil Mabu and Christine Rock, Runaway. Kanye West featuring Pusha T, Lovin' on Me, Jack Harlow, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey.
Apple Music Top Songs November 28, 2023. Lovin' on Me, Jack Harlow, IDGAF featuring Yeet, Drake, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey, Rich Baby Daddy, featuring Sexy I Red and SZA. Drake, First Person Shooter, featuring J. Cole. Drake, You Broke My Heart. Drake.
YouTube Music Charts, Global Weekly Top Songs, November 17th, November 23rd, 2023, Second Kian, Maluma, Karine Leon, Talia, Arijit Singh, Shilpa Rao, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. Si No Estás, Inigo Quintero, Atiz Dustim, Mert Demir.